Hi guys, I'm Laura.
And I'm Farice.
Today is day 3 of PADI certification. Yes, you're right. Look at her. Today, let's do it again. Today is day 3 of PADI certification. And today, it wasn't as long as the other 2 days, but we started later.
Yeah.
And all we wanted to do was get on the road home because it was a 4-hour drive home. And but we couldn't start until after lunch because our dive instructor went out on a boat dive in the morning, and so the boat was leaving in the morning. She had no choice but to go when the boat went, and we were worried because what was going to happen?
It was going to rain. It was going to thunderstorm.
Thunderstorm. Rain's fine. Not so great, but it's fine. But thunderstorm?
Yeah. Loud. And we were heading home that day, so if it had thunderstormed, we would have had to perform it in Lake Ontario, which, if you don't know, Lake Ontario is not the same nice conditions and cool views as Tobermory.
Yeah, so we were really crossing our fingers, hoping that it didn't rain. Luckily, it did not.
It did not.
It did not.
We're very happy about that.
Mm-hmm. So, all right, let's get started watching this. You hopped in the water. Oh yes, what did you do first? I remember this.
Oh, I did navigation, which was difficult because I am bad with navigation.
You are literally. She gets her navigating skills from her dad.
Look how clear that is.
Seriously, it looks like you're in the Caribbean.
Yeah. I'm having so much trouble with this.
I think what are you trying to do here?
I'm trying to like
see
what number it was.
Yeah, because you had to navigate using your compass to one point and then
navigate right back. Like turn 180 and navigate back, which was kind of difficult because you couldn't look up to see anything, so I had to solely rely on this.
Well, and when you're down diving, it's good to know which way you've gone and which way you need to go to get back.
Yeah.
Oh, this was when I was worried about you. Because this was the deepest point we'd gone yet. We were down really, really deep.
Yeah.
But we were only down like 20 feet.
But I'd never been that deep.
It's because I went up.
Oh yeah, you went up because you were freaking out because you thought I was freaking out.
Yeah. I was like, I couldn't breathe. I was hyperventilating a bit because I was worried about her. When we got down, she seemed like she was panicking a bit. But you weren't. What were you doing?
I was fixing my mask because my mask was foggy, so I had to flood my mask, but I was having trouble unflooding my mask.
Right. Okay, so what were you doing here?
This is my controlled emergency soul something ascent. I should know this, but basically this is in case you have to make it to the surface when you don't have any air left. And essentially I had to go to the surface and breathe out while doing so, because the most important rule of diving is to never hold your breath, because if you are floating up and holding your breath, your lungs will burst. So I had to breathe out. It's a really cool feeling, because as you're going up and breathing out, the air in your lungs is expanding, so it's like it feels like you have never-ending air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then because you were out of air, in theory, I had to do a inflate my BCD with my breath. And it was, you had a hard time.
I was not letting it out at the beginning. And then my lungs were like dying. And
yeah, you feel the air wants to get out.
Yeah.
And that's what, and as long as you're letting that you're making that continuous sound, you're making sure that at no point you suffer lung overexpansion injury. And when you leave the airway open like that, by making the continuous sound, if you aren't letting enough air out, it will start coming out on its own. You'll feel almost like a hook, right?
And I was like, wow.
That's why you have to make sure you're maintaining that airway open, and we maintain that open by making a sound, right? Really well done. Like a pro, look at that, huh?
Good job, Reese.
While making the ascent, I ended up, I didn't want to restart it, but because I didn't start breathing out in like a proper way. It was very like, ee, like that was literally the sound I was making. I was like, ee, and like the air is expanding too fast for my thing for it to like go out. So because the airway was open, it just forced air out. So it's like, yeah, and it just went like, whoa.
Really?
Yeah, it was the weirdest feeling.
Oh wow.
Yeah. At this point, I thought I had bends, which was so stupid.
It was so crazy. She all of a sudden she felt weird when she went up, and the whole thing is like you can't, you know, you have to do a safety stop, and you can't go up too fast. If you go up too fast, you can get the bends, and so she had it in her head.
When you go down, you absorb nitrogen into your blood.
Yeah.
And then if you don't go up in a time in which that nitrogen can dissolve while you're going up, then you get the bends or.
But you have to be down long enough, and you have to be deep enough as well.
Which we were neither.
And she doesn't listen to me. I'm like, you don't have the bends. No, you're fine.
I was like, we
weren't deep enough. You weren't down long enough. Like, we're fine. And I had to get the instructor to tell her that basically, no, we were at 20 feet, which is, you know, where you would do your safety stop anyway. So you were good. You were good.
I remember I had a lot of issues with accidentally deflating my BCD too much, and then I would just sink like a rock.
I was having trouble getting down as well. I'm not sure if we were properly weighted because, yeah, it took me a while.
Yeah, I was so scared to hit the bottom that I kept inflating my BCD too much, and then I would.
I really had to like blow out. That was cool, eh?
Yeah, these are cool.
Woo. So this was it. That was all she had to do on the third day, and then we went around and did another kind of fun dive, and this ship was amazing. Like, you could see it has a full intact boiler, and to be right down at it, it was really
crazy. Like, the boiler was like 3 times as big as I was, and it was as tall, like long as I was. It was terrifying.
It feels really weird being around something like that underwater.
Yeah, things that are like significantly bigger than you underwater is very, very intimidating.
Yeah. Like, look at that. It's so crazy.
Yeah. I'm not sure if there are like chains in this one. There probably are at some point, but like the big chain where the links are like the size of my head, that was really freaky to me. I kept struggling to stay buoyant, and it was freaking me out a lot. I was literally screaming into my regular trying to get her to pay attention to me, but of course sound doesn't travel in water.
Yeah.
So I was really struggling. That was a cool shot.
Thank you.
All these like nails
are
cool too. It's really, really cool.
Yes. It just was so neat to see the detail on the ship.
And like the hull was pretty intact, like all the sideboards and everything, and I just found it so fascinating.
Yeah. Yeah, there wasn't, you know, the beautiful fish that you see when you go swimming in the ocean, but it was really neat to see these sunken ships or boats.
Yeah. Oh. This is the point in which I had realized I had overinflated. I was having a hard time there.
Say it again. Go, Reese is an open water diver. Woohoo! You did it for Reese. Now we can go diving. Congratulations. Thank you. You're a superstar, doing it in the hardest conditions. I'm tired. I bet. I'm proud of you. Are you proud of yourself? I am. Now I have a dive buddy! Woo!
So, how did you like doing the training?
It was very fun. I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, despite the cold and the whatever.
Despite the cold and the inability to sink to the bottom.
It's gonna be great when we go diving down south.
Yeah.
And you don't have to wear a wetsuit, period.
Oh yeah.
And the freedom, like, you'll be like, this is the easiest thing.
Yeah.
So, and yeah. So next time we finally get to travel again, and we go diving, we will share that experience with you.
Yeah.
And now we can do a lot of fun stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed joining us on the experience of Reese getting her PADI certification. And be sure to subscribe to our channel to be notified when we post new videos.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.